All right, well, here we are at Unit 11, Lesson 3. This is about the areas and volumes of prisms. This one will be the lesson that we use for the next two assignments. So let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, for definitions and such, in Lesson 2 we were told that the volume of a prism is simply the product of the area of the base and the height, or the distance between the two bases. Okay, so the volume of a prism, in this case, the formula is equal to the area of the base times the height. Okay, in example 1, they want us to find the volume of this prism. Okay, as you can see, it's a triangular prism. This is often the most difficult one to actually get to, especially if they give you something like a scalene triangle down here that is not a right triangle. Then it gets very difficult. But for this particular one, what we have is simply this. We've got an equilateral triangle for the base, so this means that we can find the area of this by using the technique we learned in Unit 10 by using the apothem. So the very first step to do here is to get the apothem, because we can get the perimeter very easily by adding 6 plus 6 plus 6, or simply saying 6 times 3, which is 18 centimeters. So to find the apothem, we're going to use the tangent, because we already know that half of one of the sides is 3, so that's part of the little triangle that we have to draw inside here. So the tangent of 30 is equal to the apothem over 3. Multiply both sides by 3 gives us 3 times the tangent of 30 is equal to the apothem, which when we actually do this, we get approximately 1.73 is equal to our apothem length. So that leads us to the second step, which is to find the actual area of the triangle, because as we said, the perimeter is going to be 18, because that's simply 6 times 3. So the area of the base is equal to 1/2 of the apothem times the perimeter. So the area of the base is equal to 1/2 of the 1.73 that we found in the previous step times 18, which is our perimeter. So we multiply that out and we get that the area of the base is approximately 15.57. Okay, now to find the volume, we need to take that area of the base and multiply by the height of the prism, because that's what our formula says to do. And then we're going to do that, so this gives us the volume is equal to 15.57 times 10, which comes out to 155.7 cubic centimeters. Okay, so in example 2, we're going to start talking about the surface area. There's two types of surface area when you have a prism. The first one we're going to talk about is the lateral surface area of the prism. If you remember, we had the two triangles that are the bases of this prism, and they're joined by the 3 rectangles that go around it. Okay, so the lateral surface area is simply talking about the area of the 3 rectangles. So since it's an equilateral triangle, we know that we have 3 rectangles that all have the dimensions of 10 by 6. So one of these is going to have an area of 60, so we multiply that by 3, which is indicated by this formula right here. 10 times 6 times 3 gives us a total of 180 square centimeters of lateral surface area. Okay, we're going to take that result and add it to the area of the 2 bases in the next example. That will give us the total surface area. Okay, so they want us to find the total surface area. So like we said, from example 1, we know that the area of one base is 15.57. Since this prism has 2 bases, we're going to multiply that by 2. So 2 times the area of the base is equal to 2 times 15.57, which is equal to 31.14. Okay, we're going to combine the 31.14 with the 180 that we found in the previous example for the surface area of the lateral surface area, which is represented by the A sub L. I'm going to put that in, so 180 plus the 31.14 that we just found is equal to 211.14 square centimeters. Okay, that concludes this lesson. Once again, if you have any kind of questions, be sure you bring it to class tomorrow, and we will be glad to discuss it before we go to any kind of work. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay, so I'm going to let this run just a little bit longer because it was overlaying the answer that we had here. So hopefully give you about another few seconds and you should be able to get it completely copied down. Thank you. Goodbye.